I'm back. I'm back. Hello, hello, hello. Aunt Maggie in the building. Happy Friday. Cuckoo. Where my nephews and nieces at? Cuckoo. Where my nephews and nieces at? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I know I've been MIA for the last few days, and I have a very good explanation for doing so. As you can tell, and as you can hear, my voice has not come back. It's kind of getting worse. So I wasn't able to come on here and speak. And in addition to that, I've been working on my ministry and working with people that I have no clue who they are because I've never met them face to face. But we have come together as a community and they've reached out to me and asked for help and prayers. And that's what I've been doing. Not to mention, I don't want to say the least, abandon you guys because you guys are my favorite. You guys are my family and my number one supporters, and I'm so grateful for you all. But needless to say, welcome to my episode 142. And the topic today is when life goes left. I was going to put when life goes south, but I just said, you know what? I want to be a little different when life goes left. And the reason why I'm saying when life goes left is because when you think and know and truly believe in your heart that everything is going according to God's will and according to your purpose, it doesn't. Because you see, life, circumstances, whatever it may be that you can believe in, karma, the enemy, whatever the case, always, always comes and tries to distract you. They can't destroy you. No one can destroy you, but they can distract you. And that's what's been happening in my neck of the woods. Today was a very, very challenging day. And I say challenging because the same thing I suggest for you guys to do in the morning when you wake up is certainly the same thing I do. Welcome, Elizabeth. How you doing, my love? Thank you so much for all your support and all your love. I love you so much because even when I'm down, you try to keep me up. And so I want to send you lots of love and I want to say God bless you. And I'm so lucky to have you in my life. I wanted to put that out there. Today was a very challenging day for me because I woke up in the morning. I say my gratitude. I say thank you to the Lord. I always listen to some, gospel or Christian music or whatnot to get my frequency up, to get my frequency elevated to attack what the day can bring. And I always declare and decree a magnificent day for me and a wonderful, today's going to be a blessed day. Today's going to be, so you know what I mean? I declare and decree that. But I say that the enemy always likes to distract you because he can form himself in many different ways and he can transform himself in whomever. And today, as I was having a really good time at work and a really good time day, it started to transform itself with the closest people around me. And it ended up not a tragic day, but a kind of sad day. And then I started to think, what if that was meant to happen? Because it's been a while that I don't cry. You see, I'm going to tell you a little secret. People start to cry when things come up, or let's say I start to cry when things come up. It's because I truly haven't healed with a certain part of my life. And I'm going to be very clear. The part that I haven't healed in my life is the mechanism that I have to try to defend myself when I'm feeling like someone is attacking me. I don't know who in here can relate to this. When I'm having uh, a constructive criticism, someone is giving me a constructive criticism, I immediately put my guard up and try to defend myself without really listening to what the person is saying. It's a constructive criticism because I am getting together with people who have what I want. You see, I'm going to backtrack. I've never been a leader in a leadership. I've never been a boss. I've never had to watch over or supervise anyone over me. So by me stepping into this role, it can get quite challenging because know and believe that if anyone of your workers are doing something wrong and we get a complaint, guess who they're going to go to? They're going to go to the boss. So that's what happened today. They went straight to me because something that's my coworkers did, I get the blame for. And this time, I didn't say anything. I sat back and I listened to the constructive criticism. Because once he told me that I have the tendency to defend myself, I took back and said, you know what? I know better than that. I have enough education in me that I can not react but respond in a different way. But sometimes habits that are inside of us, things that we were taught, sometimes can be quite challenging to break. Just like when you say you cannot forgive a certain being, even if that certain being is a family member. I understand that you can never be you can't it's hard for you to forgive because you're never going to forget. But if you don't forgive, you're blocking your own blessing. It doesn't matter. Like I forgave certain family members in my life that have done wrong to me. I will never forget what they've did, but I can surely forgive them for me, not for their sake, but for my sake, so that I don't block my blessings and so that I don't have any bitterness in my soul. Because that's the thing. If we don't forgive, we turn a bitter person because you constantly keep thinking about that. You constantly go and put play on the tape, on the movie, or on the tragedy that happened to you. So it's very hard for us to forgive at that point. But when you have God in your side and you have a good communication and relationship with the power greater than you, it can become a lot easier. But you must practice. I need to practice, put practice behind of everything that I do. I can't just do it for 1 week or 2 weeks or a month and then not do it again. Everything is repetition because everything that we've been taught ever since we've been small, little, and in our environment can be changed. Sometimes where we are in our lives is because we're not willing to take a leap of faith. We're not willing to do the change necessary in our lives to be able to receive that thing that we have no clue what it is. We love security. We love safety. And we don't take a leap of faith because we're scared. And when you ask yourself, what are you scared of? They say, I don't know. And that's what it is. You're scared of the unknown. You don't know what's going to happen. But the mechanism that you have in your head that you think you're going to fail stops you from taking that leap of faith. But can I say a little secret? If you keep thinking about that you're going to fail, you will fail because that's what you will attract. The law of attraction is very powerful. And I'm not here to talk about the law of attraction, but let's talk about it. The universe is constantly listening to everything we say, and it's always in movement. It never rests because everything is energy. So if I don't practice that every single day, I too can tend to fall in the traps of the enemy because of my environment. So if I'm in an environment with people who are nothing but negative and people who are nothing but complaining and not making any decisions to solve an issue or to become the best version of themselves, guess what's going to happen? I too will fall through those cracks and pick up those behaviors. Now I understand why they say be careful who you hang out with, be careful who you surround yourselves with, be careful what you're listening to, what you're constantly looking at. Now I understand. So now that I have taken the leap of faith to become the best version of myself, it's become quite challenging to the point that I start to doubt myself a little, to the point that I doubt myself. And I don't want to say this about myself because words have power. And then whatever you say, you will bring. I don't want to say this, but it's kind of scary. But they also say when something that you're doing scares you, then you are doing what you're supposed to do. You are walking in your purpose. So I understand. I am with you when you say it's scary. I don't want to do it. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's on the other side. I completely understand you. But it's so important to surround yourselves with positive people, people who are becoming something of themselves, and people who are about something. Because the only way you're going to change your life is if you change your decisions. That's the only way. If you start falling apart from your Heavenly Father, things will start to happen because you don't have the strength that you had before. And I kind of isolated myself from a lot of things that I was in. And I'm not quite sure why, but I have. And I come today with a broken heart and all humility because when you're striving for success, life gets hard. Life gets really hard. But now I have the understanding on why they say to enjoy the journey because it's nothing but a journey. Just like in life, everything is seasonal. We all go through seasons because we all go through good times, bad times, hard times, sad times. It's a roller coaster of emotions, and we all go through those seasons. And we must all go through those seasons because that's the only way we're going to know the flow, the flow of life. And it's sad that in my, not sad, because I don't think it's sad, but I kind of get upset sometimes and ask myself, why did I wait so long? Why did I wait so long to wake up and have the awareness that I have today? And why do I allow myself to be distracted the way I have been the past few days? So, my sincere apologies because I've gotten messages on people saying, where am I at? What's going on with me? They need to hear the motivation, elevation, and inspiration that I come here every day with, and they need me back. Sometimes we don't see who we're helping because they don't let us know. But just know this, if you are kind and you're doing the best you know how, putting one foot in front of the other, you just don't know who you might be helping by being kind to one another, encouraging one another, lifting up one another. You don't know who you could be helping. And that's what's been going on with me. I didn't know who I was helping because sometimes nobody comes to the live. And I feel like I'm just talking to myself. But they told me not to think that way. They don't come to the live because sometimes they get embarrassed. Because I call out people's name when they show up. And I completely understand that. But they do watch it as soon as it's done. So for those people who watch it after I'm done, I love you guys. I love you guys. I'm so, I apologize again for not coming, but I hope you understand that I was going through certain things that I didn't want to come in here and spread. Sometimes we need to have our mental health days, and I took a little more than a day, but I had to find myself again. I had to reconnect with my soul. I had to reconnect with my God and myself because again, we can all get easily distracted and be pulled away from our purpose. So if this helped anyone today, to sum up what I'm saying, I want you to know that I love you, that I support you 100% on anything you want to do in your life that's going to make you happy, and for you to stay still enough to listen to what God is saying or the universe. Because sometimes we get miracles, signs, and wonders all through our day, but we don't have the awareness and we're not really looking at these certain signs, miracles, and wonders because we get too distracted. So when you start to open your eyes and have the awareness of the miracles, signs, and wonders that we get each and every day, you're going to know that the path you're going is the correct path. There's something called intuition, and we all have it. Listen to it. Listen to that little voice. Trust yourself enough to take the leap of faith that you need to take to get to the other side. I know, Elizabeth, thank you. To get to the other side. It's not going to be an easy journey. Nothing in life is easy, but it will always be worth it. If you're doing it with all your heart, all your might, and all your soul, and you let the provider, you lean on your provider, your waymaker, your miracle deliverer, you have nothing to fear. You have nothing to fear. But we all must surrender to let Him guide us, let Him walk us. Because when you stop trying to control your life and you let the Heavenly Father guide you, everything else does not matter. We have the power and the authority to do whatever we want. And we also have the free will to declare and decree the things you want for your life. But we also must be willing to be submissive to His will. So I'm going to leave you like I always get to leave you. If you believe, you can achieve. And know that even though I may be MIA, I will always keep praying for each and every one of you. And I want to ask the same from you. Please pray for me, and especially my voice. Good night. God bless you. Thank you for your support. I'm so grateful for you. Share the video, like the video, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out. Because the more I see the messages, the more you guys encourage me to keep going. Because this is not an easy task to do. It's not easy to come up with topics. It's not easy to come in here and talk to just one person. But you know what? It's okay because more people will watch it down the road. I have to learn. I get to learn to enjoy this journey, and that I will do. Thank you for helping me stay focused. I love you guys. God bless you.